Item 10C, adopt a resolution approving the third quarter budget amendment for 2009-10 general fund, special revenue funds, enterprise funds, and capital improvement program budget.
Thank you. This item is on a quarterly basis. Staff typically summarizes all of the budget adjustments that were discussed during the previous quarter. And for the third quarter, the biggest piece, if I may, is really the adjustments as it relates to the, I have a spelling error there, sorry, the deficit reduction strategy.
It doesn't count if you catch it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really a summary of the components of that budget reduction strategy. We have a combination of revenue increases. Then there are some non-operating transfers, which is basically the middle section, and some expense reductions. So the combination of these three really are the major components that make up that strategy that was discussed back in February with the City Council.
Any questions?
Sorry. So over and above that, besides the general fund adjustments, we also have other appropriations that affect other funds, and included are the general fund reserves, and we'll talk a little bit about that in the next item there. And we have the equipment reserve fund, and then the park and lieu fees as it related to the tot lot and the synthetic grass field for Lions Field. Two funding sources there, both the park and lieu fees and the parks and facility capital project funds were tapped for funding there. And then lastly, the wastewater capital projects fund as it relates to the Crestwood sewer pump, the $12,500. So that summarizes the past quarter's adjustments for our various budgets there. So I'll take any questions relating to the budget amendments.
Any questions? We've been through most of this already. Go ahead, Ken.
Maybe I missed something, but there's $500,000 in appropriations for Catalpa lot and Lions Field.
Yes.
I know we just appropriated last meeting $200,000, for a study. Catalpa lot was roughly $50,000, wasn't it?
That was $50,000.
Yeah.
And I know there's been improvements, all other improvements to Lions Field, but I don't think, is it to the tune of another $250,000?
That's what I have. Let me double check if I may, please.
Yeah, I can answer that question. Okay. The additional amounts are newly appropriated by the City Council within, the Catalpa was a few months ago.
Right.
The Lions Field was recently. These have only occurred during this last quarter. Amounts that were previously earmarked and have been appropriated for Lions Field occurred in the previous budget cycle. So this is a new appropriation.
No,
does that answer the question?
I think with the council members,
it's in there twice.
The two funding sources, that being the in lieu fees and the capital project fund.
But it's for $500,000.
No, that's incorrect.
Yeah,
there's only one appropriation of 250 total. Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
200 for Lions.
right? So,
Right.
so yeah.
The money is coming from the parking
didn't
lieu
miss
fee
anything.
fund.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it's coming from the park in lieu fee fund and then going into the capital project fund. And maybe that's where the duplicate is.
Okay.
So there's only to be one 250.
Yes, there's one $250,000.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. I'm
Yes.
sorry,
And you
I
just saved money.
misunderstood the question. Yes,
Yes.
only one time.
Okay. That's clear.
All right. Any more questions? Action?
What do you need?
Need to introduce the resolution?
If there's no questions, I'll introduce the resolution.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Medina.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.